DZEM 954, ang tinig ng katotohanan, himpilan ng Iglesia ni Cristo, sumasahimpapawid mula sa Quezon City.
Kayo po yan nakikinig sa INCRadio DZEM 954. Oras po natin, 12:46 na po ng hapon at sa inyo na po ang INCRadio Southeast Asia Satellite Studio. At syempre, makakasama po natin Kuya Seth at Ate Jo. How are you po?
Good afternoon po, Kajay.
Yan. Alright, parang nakapalanghalian na kayo Okay, tuloy na tayo sa ating program, Kuya Seth.
I've heard a lot of stories about how you have started, how you have grown, and how you have become.
You have played so many songs that inspired me a lot.
Brought me to places that I only dreamed about.
Never have I thought that I could bake a dessert just for you.
And taught me how to convey my thoughts even in Bahasa Melayu.
You have given me the chance to reconnect with people
and discover how to make friends in this time of new normal.
You're such a great teacher of life, of experiences. You have always inspired and motivated me to be the best version of myself.
But what I really like about you is that you have brought me closer to Him. You showed me the value of sharing our faith.
We've grown together in faith,
even shared moments tested by faith.
I will continue to be with you, will listen, support, and watch you grow more.
Because the world needs one like you.
Because the world needs more cheerful hearts just like yours.
Because my Saturdays will never be the same without you.
Creating more cheerful memories.
More cheerful heart episodes.
And more memorable Saturdays with you.
My INCRadio Southeast Asia. Every Saturday at 12:45 p.m. to 2 p.m. Philippine time. Keeping you inspired with cheerful hearts.
Keep smiling.
Keep inspired
with cheerful hearts.
With cheerful hearts.
With cheerful hearts.
With
cheerful
hearts. Cheerful hearts.
We will always be united in serving God, no matter what, just for all of you.
That pretty much describes what you're tuned into this afternoon. You have just tuned into INCRadio Southeast Asia, home of the Cheerful Hearts family. I hope that everyone watching and listening to us right now is having an awesome Saturday. There's nothing more we want than to make your Saturdays entertaining by spreading our Cheerful Hearts excitement to each and every one of you. In this episode, join us in our discussion about what our preferences are when choosing between books and movies, and get real-time insights from some of our very exciting guests for today from all around Southeast Asia. My name is Brother Seth Reynosa, all the way from sunny Phnom Penh, Cambodia. It is actually a blistering 36 degrees outside. Please don't be deceived by what I'm wearing right now, which is quite odd, actually, considering that it's a rainy season here. Today is the 29th of June, 2024, and our local time here in Cambodia is 11:50 a.m., which is an hour behind Philippine Standard Time. Of course, I am not alone. No, sir. Joining me today, all the way from Haiphong, Vietnam, celebrating her birthday today and recently graduating from her doctor's degree, Sister Josephine. Ay doctor na ba ang itatawag namin sa iyo ngayon, Ate Jo?
It's up to you, Brother Seth. What? Yeah, you really prepared that introduction. I didn't. Thank you so much, Brother Seth. I'm doing here in Haiphong, Vietnam. And happy Saturday to all our viewers and listeners. I am Sister Josephine, broadcasting live from the city of Haiphong, Vietnam. And Xin Chao, everyone. I hope you are all doing well today. So if you are busy this morning, just keep our program making noise while you are doing your chores at home, because through our See in Action program, the brethren from Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, and Singapore will provide us with an update on the most recent activities within the church. And of course, join us later in our cheerful game. And please don't forget to leave your comments in the YouTube live chat, because we will be reading your greetings and insights during our program. Of course, I'm not the only lady in the house, Brother Seth. Joining us now is Sister Audrey. Hello, Sister Audrey. How are you, sister?
Hello, Sister Josephine. I'm doing very great today. An amazing Saturday to you, Sister Josephine. Happy birthday and congratulations.
Thank
Hello
you
to
so much,
Brother
sister.
Seth and to all the viewers and listeners tuning into INC Radio. Greetings to everyone. I am Sister Audrey Gomez, live from Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, and it feels so wonderful to be here today in INC Radio. In addition to our interesting segments today, we will be listening to a cover of I Will Always Choose You from INC or Iglesia Ni Cristo original music. There are many things that we must watch and listen to in today's episode, but I really cannot wait to get to know our guests and discuss with them our very interesting topic.
Yes, Sister Audrey. And it's amazing because we have guests from all around the region. It is definitely shaping up to be an exciting discussion again, considering our topic today is something that I'm sure many can relate to: books or movies. That can ultimately be a tough choice for many, but relatively, there are also those who know their entertainment well. As a lifelong learner and book enthusiast, I am excited to discuss and exchange ideas with our guests on our topic today: hashtag books and movies.
Yay! And now, warm welcome to our guests. We are joined today by Sister Kate Fadrikilen from Vietnam. She is a medical student and now she is an organist for already 10 years. Wow,
Wow.
sister. Hello,
Wow.
Sister Kate. Welcome to our
Yay.
program.
Good
How are you,
morning, my brothers and
sister?
sisters. Doing great, but very
That's
happy to be back
great.
in the District of Vietnam.
Yes, and we are pleased
Yay.
to have you here. Yay! And we have also Sister Ira Polientes, a student from Malaysia. Hello, Sister Ira.
Hello,
Yay.
sister. Good morning.
How
Good afternoon.
good morning. How are you doing,
I'm
sister?
doing very great, and I'm happy to be back po.
Wow. And how's the weather there in yeah,
Ooh,
in your place?
hot per usual.
Just like here in Vietnam.
Yes.
It's hot. And so we need to keep ourselves hydrated.
Yes.
Okay. And also we have sister okay, we have Sister Russell Alcalde. We have okay. We have another one. Brother Ralph Miko Bonifacio, an IT engineer from Singapore.
Yay.
Thank you so
Hello,
much.
yay!
Thank you so much for welcoming me in this program. It's a very cloudy afternoon, so I think we're the outliers here.
Yeah.
It was raining earlier in the morning, but fortunately the rain stopped, but the sun hasn't come out yet. Maybe later, but hopefully the weather will improve later. So, but thank you so much for welcoming me in this episode. Thank
All
you.
right, that's great. And what time is it now in Singapore, Brother Ralph?
We follow the same time zone as the Philippines, so it's
Mm.
12:54 in the afternoon.
Okay, 12:54. Here in Vietnam, it's 11:55. Yeah, it's yeah.
Indo China time. Yeah.
Okay, correct.
Ayun. Ate Jo, I recently got back from Singapore. They have great weather over there. Maybe it's because they're closer to the south than we are. Kasi sobrang init talaga dito sa Cambodia ngayon.
Correct.
Na-
Like
Ayan. Anyways, sabi ko sa Ate Jo napaka-exciting at very diverse ang guests natin today. Both
definitely.
from a country perspective, kasi meron tayong taga Malaysia, meron taga Vietnam, meron taga Singapore, and also from an occupational perspective, meron tayong medical student. Oh, katakot naman kausap si Kathy.
Exactly. Yeah,
Baka
doctor. The real
tanungin tayo
doctor.
ng mga... oh, siya yung totoong doctor
Yeah,
pala.
the real doctor. Okay. Let's stop
meron
it
din
there.
Meron tayong student, si Sister Ira, who is also a
Yeah.
frequenter sa INC Radio Southeast Asia family. At dapat siguro mag-host na rin si Sister Ira, no? Matagal na siya. Lagi siyang...
I agree.
Soon po,
yeah.
soon.
Ayun. And of course, Brother Ralph Bonifacio. For my first time personally being acquainted with Brother Ralph. Very interesting, no? IT engineer. Medyo katakot din
Diba, engineer.
kausap. Baka anuhin tayo ng mga
Mga
terminologies and mga
programs
technical
dyan.
jargon, no? Mga
Oo.
hypertext
Yeah,
markup language, mga
I've been
ganun.
in this industry for more than 8 years already. already. So if there's any terminologies you can tell me, but chances are maybe I may know them. So yeah.
Yes. For sure, we will learn a lot from you, brother.
Very interesting, Ate Jo, that
Yeah.
napaka-diverse ng ating guests for today, but at the same time, we all share a common love for something, which is either movies or books. So
I agree.
siguro, itanong natin, the most obvious question here is, would you rather really read a book or watch a movie? Mag-ini, mini, mini mo muna ako kung sino yung unang tatanungin natin. Uh, let's go with Sister Kate muna. Sige. Sister Kate, would you rather read a book or watch a movie?
For me personally, since everything in the digital age, it's all screen time. So I would rather really read a book. It's just a good break. You know, you have some time for yourself, especially if you read for leisure, since I'm in front of textbooks all the time. So when I read a book that I really want to read, something more of like a storyline, it's definitely for me, it's a break from looking at the screen all the time. So I would choose a book over a movie, definitely.
Wow, good to hear that, sister. And I know some that they prefer books because they can remember a lot when they read from printed books
Yeah,
over digital books,
yeah,
right?
yeah. The physical book is a lot better than the digital ones.
And
In
and
my
especially if you love to highlight words,
true,
right?
true. The muscle
Like
memory it helps a lot. Yeah,
like I said earlier, no, Ate Jo, in our
Yeah.
kwentuhan, there's
Uh-uh.
nothing beats the smell of new books. Like when you open the pages and just go
when
whiff.
when you start feeling
Yeah. You
Yeah,
describe the feeling, right? The
I
smell of
have that. I have that same feeling when I open a new pack of tennis balls. They have similar smell and texture.
wow. So observant, brother.
Ayan, tanungin naman natin si Sister Ira. Sister Ira, books or movies?
Same with Ate, I'd go with reading, but from time to time, I do also watch movies if I feel like I get bored on reading. But of course, I really do choose reading.
Napansin ko lang, this is just an observation. Yung tatlong guests natin, Ate Jo and Sister
Mhm.
Audrey, nakasalamin silang tatlo.
Oo,
Ano ba
tama.
'to? Ano ba 'to? Lahat ba tayo
I
Alam
have a
ko din.
uniform po.
Sige, sige. I'm out of the place.
hindi ako nasabihan, hindi ko natanggap yung memo na dapat lahat tayo nakasalamin today.
Oo nga.
Um, okay, Brother
I
Ralph,
cannot
your
help it
turn.
po. I cannot help it po. I've been like this since young.
I'm sure they are really,
Parang
good
alam
with.
alam ko na yung isasagot ni Brother Ralph. Brother Ralph. Sige na, confirm mo na yung ano namin,
Yeah.
yung
Books or
notion
movies?
namin.
Books or movies? Okay. For me personally, I'm kind of like a 50-50. I mean, movies are very entertaining. You see visuals, you hear a lot of effects, a lot of SFX background music and all that. Yeah. But I think Brother Seth can make a good guess. I lean towards books. Yeah. So I'm not exactly avoiding movies completely per se. They are very entertaining, but
Right.
books is also entertaining in their own way because think about it, they're completely different mediums. You cannot
True.
see visuals in books, moving
Right.
visuals. You cannot hear sounds in books. Movies do, but books invokes thought and
Yeah.
imagination. So that alone can be a source of entertainment in its own way. So
And
books
and
Yeah.
we
it is.
and we had a chat earlier, Brother Ralph. Earlier we had a chat about books versus movies, and my own personal preference is books. Is just because of the thought that you are able to creatively portray the images in your head on your own, whereas in movies, relatively, that creative aspect of the work is already done. So you literally just sit back, relax, and just
It's more it's
watch the
more of
visuals.
yeah, it's more
Yeah,
of a
that's right.
passive activity. Yeah, I
That's
do
right.
agree
That's
with
right.
that.
Movies are very entertaining because yeah, like what you said, you all you have to do is just listen, sit back, and watch. All the effects and the visuals and the sounds are already portrayed out to you, and then all you have to do is just watch and listen to the plot. right? All the way to the climax and then all the way to the end. Maybe some movies do cliffhangers. That also
Hinihintay ko
adds part
yung
of the excitement.
hinihintay ko yung idagdag ni Ate Jo yung popcorn eh. Kasi
Of
kanina in our
course.
earlier conversation.
Oh, yes, 'di ba? Sa isip ko dagdagan ko sana, books versus movies with coffee. Doon ako sa coffee.
Yes, I can agree with that.
Yeah. 'Di ba? Ang saya.
Coffee is dangerous near books, Sister Jo.
'Di ba may ano din si Ate
Oo
Audrey.
nga.
Ayan. And you know
Actually,
what?
books
Books
go well with coffee.
books come in different versions. Like we also have audiobooks. If
Sure.
you are, if you don't like reading, you can just listen to the audio. Like andito si Ate Diane nagsabi nga, busy daw siya, so I prefer audiobooks while doing her chores at home.
No,
Follow-up
but
question.
it doesn't feel the same.
Oh
It
yeah.
doesn't, yeah. Follow-up question. Who here is a visual person and who here is an auditory person?
I'm
Who
a
would
visual.
prefer
I
listening than
I'm more of visual.
Same, more of a
Yeah,
visual person.
visual.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
visual too.
visual. Same.
Yeah.
For a person
Mm.
that reads books, yeah, I'm also a visual person.
Who here likes seeing new words? Ayan.
I
Siguro lahat.
love. I
Yeah.
love,
Of
yes,
course.
to, learn new words and yeah.
Sige nga.
Pero, very forgetful ako.
Sample,
You know what?
sample.
Let's ask from the bookworms because it's their, the
Sige.
spotlight there is for them, you know? And yeah, reading, we can learn a lot and we can remember when we use printed books. Okay. How do you feel when you do this hobby, reading a book? How do you feel? Sige nga, magkaalaman na. Okay, Sister Ira.
Ako naghahamon.
How do you
Well,
feel?
for me po, like we've all mentioned, reading is a matter of imagination. And every time I read, I feel like it's either I'm a narrator or one of the characters. And when reading, I prefer reading on physical books because like we all mentioned earlier, there's like a different feeling from flipping and the smell of a new book than just reading on digital books or listening to audiobooks.
Wow, yeah. It's enjoying and you feel relaxed. And Sister Ira, where do you prefer to read a book? In the living room? Yeah, can you specify if it's okay?
I do.
Habang naglalaba daw with one hand.
Multitasking. Sige, go ahead, sister.
Well, for me, I enjoy reading in my room because it's just peaceful silence, or it's either I listen to music, and it's just time for myself, something like that.
Wow, she prefers a quiet place.
Yeah.
How about si Kuya Seth? Do you want a quiet or a noisy place?
I find it really hard to concentrate when it's rowdy. So I really like my quiet space. This is the reason I actually started as a writer here in Cambodia. I was a writer for a regional magazine, and I did 100% of my work starting at 1 a.m. because that is the only window of time where I can really like get into the my train of thought and just keep writing. I could never write in the daytime, honestly.
Wow, so 1 a.m. Supposedly we are asleep at that time, and that is when the brain needs to, rest and work on the brain's duty according to, All
I'm
right.
very nocturnal.
I guess for some people, their brain works better at night because they're more at peace.
Yeah.
It's more quiet. The environment is peaceful.
Wow. I see. And what about when you read? Do you have something to play or listen to? Could you concentrate reading if you are listening to music like that? What about
Kind of. Yeah.
kind of?
I
Really?
guess it depends. Siguro,
Somehow.
kung background music, no?
I don't know how I do it, but I'm able to do it.
How about
Wow.
si Sister Kate? A bookworm. Could you
For me, I have a preference. Like normally I do like reading in cafes. So if I read at home, I put on like the 24-hour cafe noise stream.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, that's kind of background
I
music.
can't go
Yeah.
out. I'll just emulate it at home. So I'll just try to simulate and then I'll
Wow.
listen to that.
Along with cafe noises, it's also nice to put in like background noise of rain for a few
Yeah,
hours.
that one's also
Wow.
really good. I
Relaxing.
like
That's
that one.
relaxing. Yeah. Sound of nature.
Sister Kate
Mm.
is apparently part of the coffee shop generation. Yung mga mahilig-
I
Spot
see
on
it.
with coffee
I
and
see
books.
it all the
Yes,
time, Sister
yes.
Kate.
And I think a coffee lover for
Yep.
sure.
I think,
Yeah.
Ate Jo, I think I know why. Kasi Sister Kate is in Fumi Hong right now, right? Fumi Hong, Vietnam.
Yes,
They have
yes.
some of the best coffee I have ever had.
Yes, it's
True.
best,
It
really.
is so good.
So,
So
Correct.
I
good.
love
I,
I love Vietnamese coffee. I vouch for
yes,
it.
yeah, I
I
can't
don't
wait
know
to get
what's
back.
different from Vietnamese coffee to other coffees.
It's really special, and
Yeah.
It's really good.
you will really forget your name.
Because it's
Yes.
too strong. It's super strong.
It will keep you
Yeah.
awake for weeks.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
Exactly. Keep you wide awake the whole week.
Yeah.
Si ano kaya si Kuya Ralph, how do you feel what do you feel when you read a book?
Since everyone was talking about cafes, right? I might as well just share it that I also like to cafe hop, but because Singapore is so crowded, it's almost always a challenge to find a quiet cafe in Singapore because it's so
Mm.
crowded. Everyone is going out to the malls, going out to the marketplaces, especially cafes. So if you want to like settle yourself down in a quiet cafe in Singapore, personally, I'll be like, okay, I'll be bookmarking this place because this is one of the very few places in Singapore that gives you the quiet and chill vibes. And then if you have a book with you, you want to settle down in a quiet cafe, you'll be visiting that same quiet cafe, you just settle down, spend time there, read, and of course, get coffee. And if you get hungry, you just buy an all day breakfast meal, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And because we talk about coffee and our listeners can relate. Sabi ni brother Denter Laxina, may kape ka na, may breakfast ka pa, tinapay na lang kulang. Si Sister Diane, I need coffee now. O, nagbabanggit kasi tayo ng coffee, kaya ayun.
Dapat pala coffee na lang yung topic natin today, no? I think we have the right guests for it.
Yeah.
Kaya, I agree. Okay. And, okay. Si ano
Did we get
kaya?
to did we manage to ask everyone?
Oh, yeah. I think so. Si ano
Ayun.
kaya, si Ate Audrey. What about si Ate Audrey? Because she's wearing glasses and yeah, I'm
No,
here.
I cannot live in that stereotype. I'm an IT engineer. Okay, that's the reason why I also have glasses.
Okay, I'm all ears to all of you who are wearing glasses right now. All right. Sige. Si Ate Audrey.
The reason I think 50-50 of the reason why I wear glasses is because I'm interested in both books and movies, which is partially bad to the eyes, pretty much. Like our guest and other host said, it's 50-50. Personally, I prefer reading books because I have a really big imagination. But recently, I've
Wow.
been also appreciating the art of film and movies. Because while it's more obscure when it comes to imagination, because the movie is doing the storytelling for you, it's also
Yeah.
nice to see the visuals. But if you like both, it really does depend on your mood. When you want to relax, you can take it slow, read the book. When you want a little thrill, you can watch a movie. And of course, your preferences and love for these hobbies depends on how and when you were introduced to them. You could very well be into these things from your childhood. So let's ask our dear guests, when did you start loving reading books or watching movies?
That's a good question. Sige. Si ano kaya? Si Ate Kate. When did you start loving to read?
So for me, I think my parents played a really big role in that, mainly because I also, as I've mentioned, I got really lucky and I was born in 2000. So I think the digital age was just about to essentially catalyzed at that time. So my parents introduced me to physical books, and they read to me all the time. So I grew up having the love for books at a very early age, and that's something that I carried on even until now. So yeah, definitely at an early age.
Wow, and thankful to your parents. Shout out pala kay Kamike. Oh, thank you kay Kamike. And what's the name of your mom, Ate Kate?
Kamarlene.
Ayun. So how fortunate you are that they were able to, instill you and develop you the love of reading. Wow, so
And
fortunate.
Ate Jo, I also we also talked a little touched on this a little bit kanina no when we were having our small chat just right before the program. And one of the things that we said and discussed on was how important and critical it is for the smallest unit of society, the families, how reading, the love for books and reading and developing that creativity in developing your imagination starts from your family. So
Yeah.
nasa upbringing din talaga. And I can totally relate to Ate Kate because I was raised the same way. I grew up a third culture kid living in Africa for a majority of my life. I didn't. This was way before the internet, so we only had books. We had the encyclopedia. Um, we had the dictionary, and of
Of
course
course.
your yearly textbooks from school. So pinag-aagawan pa namin ng dad ko yung literature book kasi gusto niyang mabasa muna bago ako. So alam mo yun, um, if you grow up with it, you'll carry it all the way to adulthood.
True.
And
Yes.
it's something that I will pass on to my daughter as well. Hanggang ngayon, she's turning 6 this year, but still we do a lot of bedtime stories with real physical tangible books. Just to show her, para ipakita sa kanya na books are meant to be like this, not to be
Yeah.
on screen, right? Like you alam mo yung kapag matanda ka na, during my days, binabasa namin yung mga libro by flipping flipping pages. And it'll
Yeah.
be like, what? Talaga?
May nakalimutan ka, Kuya Seth. Hindi mo
Ano?
minention yung encyclopedia. Oy. Gagalit na talaga.
Encyclopedia.
Okay.
Oh no, the encyclopedia. Nowadays, young kids will be like knowing about Wikipedia and not
Yeah.
encyclopedia.
The one in the web, not the physical book.
Google it.
Exactly. Wow. So environmental factor really matters, and you are so lucky. Yeah, I was unfortunate during my childhood days that I don't have that
Talagang
love.
unfortunate at.
Unfortunate, and not to
Grabe.
experience, because of the scarce of resources. But I'm fortunate enough now that I am able to, help the students to develop the love of reading. So whatever I missed in my childhood days, I have to
Maybe.
make sure that, and I'm doing it in the workplace that I'm working now. So we use this platform. I always post reading material, short stories, and they
Wow.
develop this habit of reading. And sometimes they blame me. Oh, Teacher Joe, you forgot to post a story last night. Oh, thank you for reminding me. That's a good problem.
The student has to remind the teacher.
Yeah. They develop that love of reading already. So
Yeah.
I forget how many times you do that certain thing to make it a habit. Like I forgot I think it's mentioned before now. 70 times? If you do that thing 70 times, it becomes your habit. I'm not sure, but yeah, there is a certain time. I think I did that to my student more than 70 times. So it becomes their habit. Yeah, so
Definitely an interesting statistic ate.
correct me if I'm
Uh,
wrong the number of
spoken
times.
spoken like a true doctor.
With okay, let's not talk about it. All right. Ayan. So let's talk about films, no? So because they love reading. What about movies? Sige. Si Kuya
Si Kuya
Seth.
Ralph siguro.
Oh, Kuya Ralph. When
Kasi
Well,
siya
I
yung
mean,
mix eh.
yeah,
Oo.
I'm kind of like a 50-50 person when it comes to books and movies. Of course, I also enjoy movies just as much. So
Mm.
yeah, so when it comes to movies, okay, maybe I'm not sure whether if I'm probably too old for this, but When it comes to watching movies, I actually prefer going out to cinemas to watch
Wow.
movies that are currently airing, or if there happen to be movies that have already stopped airing, chances are some of these movies may end up in other channels, like say, I don't know, Netflix. So yeah, so movies are also just as entertaining, but mainly I watch movies for the entertainment because like what I mentioned, all the visuals are there, all the sounds are there, all the back and not to mention the background music, right? If you still notice the background music, for some movies they just gets hooked into your mind. Yeah, and those kind of background music that's like captivating to you. I think those are part and parcel of how movies are how some movies can be entertaining in their own way. Yes, Paul.
Mm. I didn't really like movies until I was actually a grown up, a real grown up, like wi- well
Real
into
grown up.
adulthood. Yeah, I really didn't like watching movies that much. It was always books for me. There was a point in time where I took after my dad, who likes to read labels. He likes reading labels, and yung sa akin naman, I like reading user agreements. Yung
That's so long, brother Sam.
the stuff that you click just right before you click I agree. Yeah, I click on that and I open the PDF and I go through the entire thing. I mean,
Oh,
I don't.
Very
I've never heard of this before, brother Sam.
I don't know. I can't explain it.
so
The
talking
sister
about
Ira.
yeah, Sister Ira.
Well, um, like I've said, for that I am interested in books from time. I mean, from movies from time to time when I get bored from reading books. And what else? I'm not. Yeah, that I think that's pretty much it.
Did you
Okay.
get started early, Ate Ira,
Mm,
reading books?
Yes, actually, the same as Sister Kate, my grandfather was the one who influenced me into reading books because he has these all different kind of books in our living room, which just if I go in the house, I just see those books and then it gives me an urge to just pick up and sit and just flip through it. That's
Mm.
probably why.
This
It's
is a,
interesting, right, Priya said that she loves printed books over
hmm.
digital books, right? And knowing that she was born in a digital era, and
Yeah.
wow, thanks to your grandfather.
An
I really relate to
interesting
her.
variable. Yeah, interesting variable lang dun sa sinabi ni Sister Ira that she grew up seeing a lot of books in the house,
Yes.
which is not quite normal. I mean, it's very rare that you actually see houses that have really literally lots of books. I mean, there could be a few here and there, but having
Yeah.
an entire library at your disposal at any time is pretty unorthodox. Ate Audrey was saying something before I accidentally
Yeah,
shut her off.
Ate Audrey.
I really relate to Sister Ira because I was born in the digital age as well.
Me
While I
too.
while
Hala,
while
nagtawanan. Hindi naniwala.
Obvious.
I mean we're all living in the digital age right now, brothers. And
See?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
but then it also I have the same thing where if I'm in an environment or a room where there's a lot of books, I just have this random urge to grab one. Not
Wow.
it depends on of course where I am, but then I will really love to read random books from time to time.
I think I could
Hmm.
remember my favorite book before was a dictionary.
Dictionary.
When I was younger, I love to read like 10 words per day. Yeah.
Actually, there was this one time my grandfather gifted me a dictionary and thesaurus in one book. I think it was this thick. And I don't know. I was more happy than receiving the dictionary over the dress.
Oh, I could relate. Di ba kuya? Di ba relate?
Wow.
No points in
Sabi,
my
sabi,
life.
The reason why Ate Jo is laughing kasi sinabi niya kanina nung earlier chat namin before the program that she only reads if it's a matter of life and death.
Out of obligation.
When it's,
Ver-
I
Oo.
definitely like when it's totally necessary, and it's a necessity to read the dictionary.
Partida doctorate pa yan si Ate Jo.
Ah,
She did it out of necessity lang talaga.
yeah,
Actually, a
Ayun.
dictionary was actually a dictionary was also one of my few books when I was young, but it
uh,
wasn't an ordinary dictionary.
funded.
I remember the dictionary that I had at the time was very small. Can you imagine how small it was? Not by
Okay, yeah.
thickness, but by the smallness it is.
Mm.
It was just this small. And then you had
Wow.
to, and then
Yeah.
and I remember when I
Audrey,
was a kid, the dictionary was so small. I was literally holding my dictionary like this, and then I was like flipping my book.
how do you read that, brother?
That sounds like a cheat sheet more than a dictionary,
Okay.
Brother Ralph.
And ay Kuya Seth, sabi ni Ray Balyada, ito yung from Ho Chi Minh. I remembered I have a very important book at my younger age. It is absolutely reliable every time. So listen
Wow.
clearly, Kuya. Unabridged Webster Dictionary. It's like a Google Drive. Yun, hashtag Vietnam more power to IC Radio. Thank you po. Yeah, dictionary. Oh, same with me. O sige, wala kang, wag tututol.
Balikan ko lang yung sinabi ni Sister Ira kanina. I'm just interested to know. Kasi maraming libro dun sa grandfather's place niya, and
Yes.
she grew up with seeing all of those things. Is there a particular genre that you prefer or that you preferred back then when you started reading? Like, what were the genres that were available to you, and which one had more of a draw to you? Ano yung mas nagustuhan mong genre?
Yes, I do have a specific genre, and the top three would be thriller and romance, science fiction. And what makes a book or a movie most exciting is when all of this genre are all together.
Wow, I
Mm.
love that.
Yeah.
I have the same taste as Sister Ira.
Wow.
I really love anything mystery, thriller, and sci-fi.
Yes.
Sagdi ko na nga may common sila yung glasses din. Ayan, they have the same interest. Okay, no question to that. Ayan. Si Ate Kate, any specific genre of the movie or a book?
For me personally, like with books, I think it's changed over time. Definitely know that I'm getting older because when I was the age of Sister Audrey and Sister Ira, I loved the young adult genre. So it's a little bit more fun storyline, follows a storyline rather. But now that like when I hit my 20s, it was more bibliographies and like self help type of books. I think I like the nonfiction side more. I'm like, oh, I know I'm getting older because it's definitely changing.
Don't worry, we're right there with you dun sa getting
Yeah.
older part.
I'm
I thought
okay.
it was
Yeah.
the books.
Brother Ralph, your turn. Particular genre.
When I was younger, I remember like immersing myself to comics, you know, uh, especially Japanese comics. There's this term here called the manga books. Yeah, they're like Japanese
Yeah.
comics. So throughout my secondary school days or my high school days, I was literally immersing myself in Japanese comic books because they were so entertaining, and then it literally excites your senses from imagination to your sense of sight, and then the way how uh, manga books portray the plot, you
Mhm.
know, every now and then, especially if one uh, sees or knows how manga books are being created, right? Japanese comics, they tend to exaggerate expressions every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so it invokes imagination and the senses, whenever you read them. But as the time goes by, yes, no one's getting any younger. So eventually I was slowly
Parang
leaning
napunta sa
towards now.
age yung
Kaya nga
Parang
po.
ako lang yung tinatamaan dito palagi.
Oo. Another
Yeah.
year.
So
Yeah.
eventually I was leaning more towards novels, nonfiction and fiction, just a mixture of subtitles. And uh, in fact, I did read one novel of one genre that a lot of people wouldn't expect from a male reader.
Mm.
So that genre is actually romance genre. So, so can you imagine? Can you imagine stumbling someone in public? You know, they're just reading out a book in public silently, and then this book happens to be a romance book. I'm pretty sure members of the public will be like, "What is this guy reading? Why is he reading a romance book?"
Thank
But then I'll
thank you for
yeah.
thank you for breaking the mold, brother Ralph, and for standing your
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, these are some of the genres that I do enjoy reading. But most of the time, I lean towards fiction and nonfiction. Just a mixture of both. Yeah.
Ako, yung
Yeah.
genre gusto ko, happy 10th INC birthday po to Brother Manuel Agting of Singapore. Shout out. Nag-plug.
Ano
Ayun.
yan?
Hindi, pinapasabi lang ni Ate Badjoy. Baka kasi makalimutan ko.
I think I know him. Happy 10th
Ah,
anniversary, brother.
yeah. I agree. I really agree na our preference changes over time.
It
And
really does,
Mm.
yeah,
Sister Joe. But then
yeah,
your love for books is never ending if you really start.
correct.
Yes.
Actually, fun
You,
fact, right now my collection of books is actually from Sister Kate when she was younger. I have
Wow.
Yeah,
I have
so
a
definitely pass
wow.
down to the younger
yeah.
generation. You
So
see?
compared to the books she has right now, every time I see her on social media and stuff, I can definitely see how
Yeah,
her
it's
take
changed,
changed
right?
over time.
So it's
And you have availed free books. Wow. Free knowledge, that's it. And yeah, and we have a lot of ano dito greetings coming from our live viewers. Hello to Kaisa listening. Happy viewing po. Greetings from Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Hashtag Vietnam. And si Brother Wendell Real. Happy viewing po from SG West. And also, nakaka-relate sila. Si ano yun, si ka Jenny, mabilis ano yun, mabilis nawala yung message. Parang, no, mahina na yung mata ko.
Kasi
Sorry.
hindi ka nagsasalamin, ate.
Oo nga.
Be like us.
It's a sign po, Sister Joe.
Ay, it's a sign. Ano ba yan? And
Be
si
like
Sister
us, Ate Jo.
Marlene, Brother Dex,
Okay.
during my younger days, I preferred general info books, history and romantic books. Wow. Younger days. How about now, Sister Marlene? Those were the days. Okay. And hello po to Ka Frankel. Kayabyab po, he's viewing us right now. And Sister Leia from Ho Chi Minh, Sis Daisy, and Claudine Parco. Hello po, Cadet. And hello po, Ka Jerome Picanya. Ayun, very so happy birthday daw po
Hi, Ka
to
Jerome.
Sister Josephine
Hello.
Adalid. Oh, mga greetings. Thank you so much po. I'm getting younger. Yeah, I know
Wow.
that.
Wow.
I
That's
know
why she
that.
doesn't need glasses.
Yeah, I know that.
Makapag-PhD na rin nga.
My
Para
vision
ano.
is still 2020. Okay, no objection to that. Ayan, going back to genre. Are we done with this?
Yes.
Genre. Sige. And of course, we will talk about films. What is your favorite CEBSI film so far? Sige. I know you love movies too besides reading books. So let's have Sister Ira. What is your favorite CEBSI film?
Currently, my favorite CEBSI films is the one entitled Kapayapaan sa Gitna ng Digmaan, and also known in English, Peace in the Midst of War. And this movie, I think the time period was about Japan taking over Philippines po.
I see. And when did you watch that movie, sister? If you could remember.
I think it was released the last months. The last 2 months it was released.
I
So
see.
maybe like a few weeks when it was released.
Wow. Okay. How many favorite CEBSI films do you have?
I've heard of a lot of CEBSI films, especially when it comes to activities inside the Church of Christ. There are some film showings such as Kahoy
Ako,
and
yeah.
yes,
It's
that one.
famous.
Yes, it's very famous po.
Yeah, and it's fun to watch that
Sinong
kahoy.
nakakaalala dun sa Walang Take Two?
Oh,
Walang
I
take
was I
two.
was
That one
Yeah.
was
super
my
into that.
favorite.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ayan, we can
Super
learn a
funny.
lot from Subsi Films. Si ano kaya? Si Kuya Ralph. Yeah, any film you
So
have
far,
watched from Subsi.
if anything, there's one film that was recently stuck in me. That was Guerrero 3. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a very wholesome movie. I have to say
Spoilers
that.
not included.
Okay, I'm not
Please.
saying
Is
I'm
that
not saying
what
any descriptions and synopsis. Okay, I'm just saying
We're
it's
not
a
we're not
wholesome movie.
screening. We're not screening until next month, brother Ralph.
All right.
Okay, sure. But it's a very wholesome movie. That's all I can say.
Yeah. So
It
we
looks
have
like a very interesting movie.
yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you can also learn a lot of moral lessons.
And
Yeah, but
also
again,
when
but again, I'll just stop it here. Okay, no spoilers.
yeah.
Thank you, brother.
And sabi ni ano, ka-Denter Laxina, rendezvous magadin din po. Yan,
Ah, yeah.
rendezvous. Can relate si, ayan, marami makarelate dyan. Yeah. And what about si Ate Kate? Any favorite Sabsi film?
Yeah, definitely. Brother Seth mentioned Walang Take Two. I think it was the first Subsea film that I've ever watched. But my favorite one is the one that Sister Ira mentioned earlier, Kahoy. It was essentially showed in our locale last year. It was definitely a favorite. Was moved to tears. Just really liked it. And my mom and I, we love watching the Landas ng Buhay series. So the comments mentioned Rendezvous. It's actually my favorite one from the group of films. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice. I have a question for everyone. I know that I even mentioned this to brother Ralph earlier in our just right before the program, and we were having a chat. That in marketing and advertising, there's something we called acquired taste. Um, it's basically just your preference. Is what it means. Um, Books and book genres, movie genres are all acquired tastes. I mean, individually. Um, but when you are picking a book, what are the things that you look for first? Like, what is the process you go through mentally when you're choosing a book to read or choosing a movie to watch? Yeah. What are your tips for our listeners and viewers when choosing a book to read or a movie to watch? Let's go, Sister Ira.
Yeah.
Okay. Like you said, but it's based on personal preference because, of course, not all of us has the same liking over things. And if ever you find something of your liking, for example, a book, you can read through a short summary at the back of the page.
Yes.
And when it comes to movies, there are people that makes reviews on the internet, and also you could watch what do you call this trailers. Yeah,
Trailers, yeah.
those.
Yeah. Definitely. When I
I
first
can relate. Yeah,
go ahead,
trailer.
go.
When I watch a movie, I watch the trailer first, and also the actors.
You base it off of the actors.
So considering starring, of course, we don't waste our time to watch a movie if we don't like,
Yeah.
we have our own favorite actors and actresses. When it comes to books, maybe the cover, when it,
Yeah.
so more on physical, if just, parang sinasabi, wow, bookworm, pretending to be a bookworm.
Ate, wag mo nang ituloy kasi
Oo
sinabi mo
nga.
na kanina na you only read out of necessity. So we
Kaya
won't
nga.
review
At
anymore.
the book, kasi pag nakapangalan dictionary, okay. Diba? Part of the cover. Yeah, and also the title. Ayan,
Yeah,
sige.
I think there's a consensus that the first thing you look for in a book is probably the author. Based on the author's credibility, will then you be able to basically ascertain kung ano yung magiging storya nung magiging takbo nung storya, if mahilig siya sa plot twists and things like that. Of course, sabi nga ni Ate Ira, when you pick up a book, if you're a book reader, alam na alam mo nang gagawin mo na. You spend like 0.2 seconds on the cover, and you just
Then
flip it
flip.
instantly and start reading through the plot, the synopsis. Um,
Mm.
Brother Ralph has the same sentiments regarding this, right, Brother Ralph?
I suppose so.
Go ahead, brother.
Although I do have my own set of thinking when it comes to deciding uh, what book to read. For example, if you ask me, right, uh, don't just simply go to a bookstore not knowing what to look at. It's like dropping yourself into the ocean not knowing where to go.
That's
So,
true.
so yeah,
That's true.
so, but no humans are being drowned in the ocean again in this episode. But anyway, for me, right, I would normally start with the genre. Yeah. So if there's any particular genre that you like, it could be science fiction, it could be nonfiction or fiction, or maybe romance, trailer, psychological, and the like. Yeah, you can start from there. If you want to build a sense of interest in books, you can think about what genre they want to read. And then say, for example, if you want to read, oh, I want to read young adult fiction books. Then you can start from there, right? You can look at well-renowned titles or maybe well-renowned authors. Yeah, in this that falls into this genre. And then that's when you start exploring. Then you begin to pick a book that suits that may catch your eye, like book
Mm,
covers. Yeah, but of
yeah.
course, no one can avoid the temptation of going to the back of the book and read the synopsis. but the synopsis and the descriptions behind the book can only tell you so much, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Exactly.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes they don't even tell you the story at all. So they're just gonna be like, swerving from one point to another, and then by the time you start reading the book, you'll be like, okay, this is nothing like what the synopsis has said in the
Yeah.
back. So,
I
yeah.
guess another variable, Brother Ralph, is also the hype, no? The hype surrounding a particular book or movie.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Mm.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kapag like if everyone is reading it and parang magkakaroon ka ng interest ano what's this book about, and then you
It's
start researching about it, and I mean it's happened to me almost 40% of the time that I picked up a book dahil it's because of the hype. So
Because
that's a
of
pretty good statistic, actually 40% yung conversion rate niya no nung hype.
half of
Ayun.
the time it doesn't live up
Mhm.
to the hype, brother Seth, right?
And I think there's also a consensus, Sister Audrey, that books are always better than the movies. I've heard
Yeah.
this a million times from people. Like movies, or maybe it's our way of interpreting the portrayal of a particular scene or a particular story. Maybe it's the storytelling, so it has something to do with the directors as well. There's so many elements, so many parameters to consider when a book is actually being turned into a movie. It will really depend on the totality of the production team, tsaka yung credibility nila and reputation din talaga.
wow. All right. So I think it's a great discussion. Well, with a lot of brilliant ideas, hearing from different perspectives from from our medical student, from our IT engineer, and you are all bookworms, and we've learned a lot from you. And because we cannot continue because we are running out of time, we have to wrap up the discussion. And of course, before we leave this seat talk, I want you all to give your personal greetings. Okay, let me start with Ate Kate. May listahan dyan.
So
Ilabas ang listahan.
the long list. I would like to, of course, greet our district minister, Paul, Brother Alan Gomez, for giving us the opportunity to be able to be on here for INC Radio. Our family and our second family, a local of Fumihong po, and as well as my friends and family in the local of Mekawayan, Pembo, and also in Tayuman po. That's all. Thank you po.
Yan. And thank you po. And let's have Sister Ira. Personal greetings,
First
please.
of all, I would like to greet our district supervising minister, Brother Ronaldo Lising, who recently celebrated his birthday. Belated happy birthday po. And to our local supervising minister, Brother Joel Axel Blanco and family. I'd also like to greet my grandfather and my family in the Philippines.
Ayan, salamat po. And si Brother Ralph.
Okay, I would like to extend my greetings, first of all, to my parents back in Cavite, Philippines. I hope you're watching and listening right here. Hi, mom and dad. And then greetings to the brethren in the local of North, especially to brothers Archie, Brother Joven, Sister Erica, and the gang. Hope you're listening as well. Brother Manuel Acting, happy 10 years in Singapore. Greetings din po to our beloved KSKP Brother John Romanilos for his continued guidance to us, fellow CWS officers and teachers po. God bless you all po. And to all my friends and fellow brethren in the District of Singapore, especially those who already migrated for the future endeavors. Hope you're tuning in as well po. Thank you.
Ayan, salamat po. And we are so glad to have you here. Hope we can invite you next time, okay? Especially the four of you, the three of you. Ayan, and maybe some of you will become hosts in the future. Who knows, right? Okay. And of course, I won't forget to greet our active participants here in our YouTube live chat. Si Sister Joy Noo, Sister Jodeline Alagan, Ate Kate Sebastian, Laureles Alfredo, and Kalen F, ka Mario Oka, ka Marlene Ebreo, ka Mary Ann Galang Pabalate, and hello po ka May Gomez, hello po and Kamay, ka Paula Allen Gomez, ka Release, ka Ren Picanya, hello po ka Rebeliada, ka Rochelle Suleiman, ka Rochelle Tabungar, and ka Wendell Real. Okay po. So, in today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, and to and forget to make time for the things that truly brings us joy. But hobbies are more than that, just a way to pass the time. They're essential for our mental and emotional well-being, right? So hobbies such as reading books and watching movies contribute significantly to our well-being, and they also offer many therapeutic benefits because they can soothe and uplift our feelings as we strengthen our bond. These also, provide us with opportunities to interact with other brethren who have similar interests, right, Brother Saf?
That is right, Sister Joe. And thank you all again to all of our guests today. Before we continue our program, let us all listen and enjoy this video. Stay tuned. We will be right back after these few messages. Paso.
Nakikinig kayo sa Iglesia ni Cristo Radio, DCEM 954, ang tinig ng katotohanan.
There are times we can't help but feel lonely as we walk the journey in this life. We carry the world on our shoulders, crossing every road, walking every path, away from people we love and those that we cherish. Our backs against the wall, we long for comfort, love, and care, but we will continue walking, hopes intact, because no matter what, we will always serve God with cheerful hearts.
Welcome back to INC Radio Southeast Asia Satellite Studio, where we keep you inspired with cheerful hearts. Time check is 12:45 p.m. here Indo-China time. We are, of course, an hour behind Philippine Standard Time. Hello to every single one of the live viewers who are leaving comments on the YouTube live chat. Don't forget to tell your friends and family how they can watch us live. You may listen to us live via INC Radio DZEM 954 kilohertz AM radio station, or watch our live stream on the YouTube channel INC Radio DZEM 954. You may also download the INC Radio mobile application for free, available in both Android and iOS smartphones. And last but not the least, you may like, follow, and share our official Facebook page, CEBSI Incorporated, to make sure that you are up to date with the latest happenings in and out of the Church of Christ from all around the world.
And we on INC Radio Southeast Asia Cheerful Hearts family would like to express our sincerest thanks to our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our CEBSI President and CEO, Brother Angelo Aranio V. Manalo, and our overseeing minister, Brother J. Emboltorio, and our executive producer, Sister Ive Joy Botea. We sincerely appreciate all of your guidance.
That is right. And in this week's See in Action segment, we will once more receive updates from all around the region. To get more updates on the happenings in Southeast Asia, let us start with the District of Vietnam. Let us welcome back Sister Audrey as she provides this update.
In the District of Vietnam, the CFO or Christian Family Organization held a series of Pasugo or God's Message magazine quiz competitions in the locales of Phnom Penh, Cambodia and Phu My Hong, Vietnam. The participants were Buklod, Kadiwa, Binhi, and CWS members. At the local level, the questions were taken from the July and August 2023 Pasugo issues. The winners of the said event will be representing their local congregation at the district level. This was a wonderful activity that aimed to develop the brethren's abilities and instill Christian faith and values in their hearts and minds. And of course, this was an opportunity to strengthen the brethren's bond with each other while also learning something new and inspiring. The brethren in Vietnam promised that they will continue to participate in all of the activities launched inside of the Church of Christ.
Wow. And from Vietnam, let's move to Thailand. Congratulations to the brethren who won in the local level Pasugo quiz. Let's also get some updates from Thailand where the brethren showcase their competence in the district level Pasugo quiz. Here is Sister Jean to tell us more. Hello po, Sister Jean. Kamusta po kayo?
Hello po, magandang hapon po. Sawadee ka
Yan.
naman.
Sawadee ka, Sin Chow. Okay. Kumusta po
Hapon.
ang Kumusta po, sister, ang naging aktibidad ng distrito? And ano po ang iyong natutunan sa inyong naging aktibidad po at pagdalo?
Masayang-masaya po kaming nakilahok po. Kasama po ang aking buong pamilya dahil kasama po yun Buklod, Kadiwa, Binhi, at saka CWS namin na anak kasali din po. It was a very good activity po na nakapag-bond din po kaming mag-anak dahil nagbasa po kami as a family while traveling dahil medyo malayo po kami sa kapilya. So, naging bonding po namin siya. And we're so happy. Plus na lang po yung nanalo po kami.
Wow, good to hear that, sister. And it was a memorable experience to be one of the, contestants. And most especially, you won that competition. Wow. And sister, ano po ang inyong pakiramdam after winning the said activity?
Siyempre po, masayang-masaya po kami sa Ama po ang Kapurihan. Napakasaya po namin, especially the kids, nung tinawag po kami na kami yung nanalo. Nauna pa po sila.
Ayan, sister. Okay. And now, sister, any personal greetings po?
Siyempre po sa aming pong District Minister, Brother William Regalado. At siyempre po sa aming disenado ng Rangsit, Thailand po, si Kajun Eating and Family. And sa dati po naming disenado ng Bangke, ka Alan Gomez and Family, hello po. At sa lahat po ng mga kapatid, Sawadee ka Thailand, Mayang Hapon, Pilipinas.
Maayong
Maraming salamat for
hapon.
having me here this afternoon po.
Yan, maayong hapon. Salamat po, Sister Jean. And next update, yes.
Ate Jo, yes. Tutuloy natin sa Malaysia and Singapore. Ate Audrey for Malaysia, let's go. Ate Audrey.
For the update in Malaysia, let us welcome Sister Ira Polientes from the District of Malaysia. Hello, Sister Ira.
Hi, Sister Audrey. Good afternoon.
Okay, good afternoon, sister. What was the activity about and how did the activity go?
The activity was about cooking challenge, and however, to make it a real challenge for the participants, they needed to put a special ingredient to the dish they're gonna cook. The activity was really fun and very interesting, especially knowing that every dish has a secret of its own.
I really love the part where every dish has a secret of its own. It definitely adds to excitement to the activity. And so, sister, did you take part in the activity and how did it feel to be a part of it?
Yes, I did take part, although I am not one of the people who's cooking at the contest. I was one of the supportive cheers, rooting for every brethren who put their efforts on the challenge. It's very inspiring how each of our brethren prepares for this activity. I was also encouraged to learn how to cook more dishes.
Although you didn't cook, it's very obvious that you enjoyed watching the brethren cook. Since you were there, what is your takeaway from the activity?
The cooking challenge have taught me how to persevere and be determined not only to win a challenge, but also do the best we can in every endeavor or challenge that comes before us. Anybody can cook and offer us food, but a food that is prepared with love and passion is the most delicious ones, of course.
It's very inspiring how even through a cooking activity, we can get some moral lessons that we can apply in the church as well as in our personal life. Now, Sister Ira, what is your message to the church administration?
I would like to thank our brother Eduardo V. Manalo who allowed this kind of activity, which all the more strengthens the bond of all the brethren in our locale.
Okay, thank you, Sister Ira.
All right. Let us move to Singapore. We have a report coming all the way from Singapore. Brother Rolf, tell us what was the activity all about?
The recent activity that was held in the District of Singapore was a cleanup drive where participating brethren would play their part in putting up efforts in participating in a cleanup drive to upkeep and maintain a place. So this cleanup drive was actually conducted in the part of Singapore called East Coast Park. It's on the eastern side of Singapore, where we were designated and assigned to a coastal area where we will be putting up putting up efforts to pick up litter, to take up trash, and especially trash that comes awash from the shore.
In the
This
shore,
is
yeah.
yes, that's right, because it's in a coastal area,
Yeah.
and I believe this activity was also pretty timely because this came in the back of a recent environmental issue in Singapore. So we, the brethren here in the District of Singapore, played our part in upkeeping and maintaining cleanliness in the society that we are blessed to be in.
Very,
So,
very inspiring.
yes. Mm.
Brother Ralph, what would you say are the highlights and takeaways from this activity that you did?
This activity serves as another way to unite the brethren to take part and participate in this activity, to unite with the church administration. I personally do enjoy activities like this because I get to see so many benefits when taking part in this activity. I myself was in this activity. So, yeah, so we not only the brethren get to spend their time outdoors to get some fresh air, they get to participate in a church activity, they get to
Yeah.
bond with fellow brethren, and as well as to, you know, uphold the value of being socially considerate and civic minded.
Very, very
So
inspiring.
yes, yeah.
All right.
Wow. All right. Yeah.
And that was your live update from the recently held
Mhm.
activity in the District of Singapore. Ate Jo, Sister
Yeah.
Audrey, and to all of our guests, it is nothing short of inspiring to see the brethren from Southeast Asia really displaying a strong sense of unity and brotherhood through these activities. Before we continue with our program, we invite everyone to first relax.
Yeah.
Relax.
Breathe in.
May
Breathe out.
talagang meron ano, no? Meron may
Wala nang stretching, okay?
Ayan.
Wala na.
Relax muna. Let us have fun as we play this week's cheerful game. Ayan. Our game for this week is called Video Reveal. Kuya Tek, can we have it in grid view, please, para makita natin ang ating mga guests and other hosts?
Yan,
Yeah.
nagagandahan at nagagapuhang mga guests.
Ayan. Madali lang yung mechanics ng game natin today. Very spot on simple. We will show you a video and then you will guess what CEBSI film it is. May feeling ako si Ate Kate mananalo dito kasi kanina marami siyang nabanggit, marami siyang alam.
At nakalista na po ata yan.
Ayan. I mean, it can't get any simpler than that, right? Yung mechanics natin. We'll even give you a clue. Ayan. These 5 videos are taken from CEBSI films talaga. Ayan. For our non-brethren tuned in today, CEBSI is an acronym for Christian Era Broadcasting Services International. And of course, just right before we begin, we encourage those in the live chat to also participate with us. And lagi naman sila nagpa-participate talaga, Ate Jo, di ba?
Of course, nag-iingay na po sila. Nag-iingay na. Ayan.
Ayan.
So while waiting, sige po. Ayan, andito sila, ka Joanna, nagsusport ngayon. Sila ka Daphne, ka Renilyn, sila ka Leia, ka Ranilia, Ate Marlene, Ate Joy. Ayan. Hello po. Thank you
Okay,
po
first
for your
movie.
support. Next. Okay, go ahead.
First movie, let's go.
Sensya na, palate ako nagising. Hindi ko po tuloy kayo nasamaan sa palengke.
Okay lang yun.
Dami ko kasi tinapos na deadline.
Ano kaya yan?
Don't worry, sinamahan naman ako ni James.
James?
Ayun, may mga answers na. Lumalabas na.
Medyo kinikilig ng slide si Ate Jo.
At least nakita niyang natural yung beauty mo. Nakakaya. Ba't naman nakakaya? Akala ko ba wala kang pakialam? Eh, kung sa'yo kaya mangyari yun? Ay, hassle yun.
Si Cadenter, sabi niya Rendezvous, sabi ni favorite film daw niya yon. Ayan. Si Ka-April sabi, Team Popcorn, I love watching movies. Team Popcorn, ayan.
Sa guests natin today, ano yung answer?
Kaya?
Ate Kate.
Rendezvous po.
I was rooting for you. You can't disappoint. Rendezvous is correct.
Yay! 1 point.
You will proceed on to the next round. Ayan na. Video number 2. Nagtaas na kagad ng kamay si Ate Kate.
Alam na niya. Alam na. Andun,
Everyone can unmute if you know the answer.
Ate Ira, Ate Audrey. Okay. Si Kuya Ralph.
Tataka lang ako. Hindi ka pa nakaka-entrada, bigo na agad.
Cesar, ang dami nagkakagusto sa'yo. Tsaka, popular ka. Magandang lalaki. May kaya sa buhay.
Parang ako lang
Okay, reveal na po ang sagot.
Esperanza.
Sino nakakaalam ng sagot? Mag-unmute.
Sabi
It's a tip at the tip of my tongue, but I remember watching this, but just
meron sumagot. Esperanza daw. And sabi ni Sister Cheska Macoral, Esperanza, Sis Irene. Hello po, Sis Irene Kailaw, Esperanza daw po. Ayan, si Sister Emmeline.
And the answer is...
Tantarang!
Esperanza!
Yeah, with a Z. Next.
Okay, next up, video number 3.
Yun na ba ang last? Ano?
Brought to you by CEBSI Film.
Mali ba yung mga tao ngayon na maniwala sa'yo mala?
Oo, mali! Kasi nga galit ang Diyos sa sumasamba sa Diyos-Diyusan.
Eh, naghihimala nga eh.
Eh, wala na nga ako doon kung naghihimala nga o hindi. Kung totoo man na nagpapagaling ka o hindi. Pero yung ihikayatin mo pa sila sa paniniwalang galit kung saan galit ang Diyos, doon ako tumututol sa ginagawa mo.
Ayun. Alam ko. Kahoy.
Yay! The same sa ating mga
may isang point na ako.
Kahoy daw.
Kung hindi pa nadulas si Kuya Tek, hindi pa ako magkakasagot. Okay, video number 4. Freebies lang daw yun, sabi ni Kuya Tek. Okay, video number 4. Para wala daw ma-zero, sabi ni Kuya Tek.
Moto Yosaki.
I think I know this one.
Kuya Ralph, ano yun?
Now I'm starting to doubt my answer.
Moto Yosaki.
It was the one I mentioned earlier.
Yes, this was the one that Sister Ira mentioned earlier.
Manira Sheridan.
Kuya Tek said moshi moshi. Okay, answers. Except for Sister Ira. Favorite kasi niya yan eh. Favorite niya yan eh. Sige na nga, Sister Ira na nga. What is it? What is the title of that CEBSI film?
Kapayapaan sa gitna ng digmaan.
It's kapalitan sa gitna ng tigmaan, right? It's peace in the in the midst of war ba yan?
Yes po.
Ayan. Okay, last and not but not the least, video number 5.
Oh, ano sa inyo, sir? May ibebenta ka ba ulit?
Babawin ko sana yung binenta kong camera dito.
Ay, naku, pasensya na, sir, pero hindi na kami nagbabalik eh.
O sige, bibilin ko yung kahit doble pa ang presyo.
Feeling ko ang title ito, Inflation.
Ano po? Sige po, i-review na natin ang... Okay.
Parang may sagot na din po.
Wala. O may sumasagot na dito sa live chat.
Sige, Ate Jo.
Sabi
Ano
po
sabi
nila
nila?
ni Kaleb,
Walang inflation.
Walang take two, #Vietnam. Ayun.
And the answer is?
And what the answer is?
Walang take
Walang
two.
take two. Yay. So those
Yay.
are
Wrong
our
word.
CEBSI
Wrong
fields.
word, wrong.
Alright.
Ayun. Well, it has been another amazing discussion. I really enjoyed our conversation today, and I hope everyone tuned in also did. Reading books and watching movies may be considered important or even vital to some, because they are more than just forms of entertainment. They can be a good source of knowledge and even philosophies in life. They strengthen social bonds, especially when we share the same interest with our friends, our family, our brethren, and of course, it enhances our shared human experiences. As God's children, we are careful and we choose sources that do not undermine our faith. We prefer to apply the insight we have gained from our learnings to contribute to our own personal development so that we can contribute better to the many activities launched by the church administration. And of course, ultimately, all of this is for the glory of our Almighty God. Before we end, I'd just like to greet my friends and family in Cambodia and in the Philippines, to Brother Alan Gomez, Brother J. Paris Lorzano, and Brother Joseph Cailao, who are tuned in with us here today. And Ate Audrey?
And I would like to personally greet my parents, my sister who is watching right now. Also, hello to all the brethren in Ho Chi Minh, Phu My Hong, all of the brethren in the District of Vietnam. And also hello to my friends in Cavite who are tuning in. Hello, Jaden and Casey. That's it for me.
Yes, and I would like to greet the ministers in Vietnam. Hello po to Ka Jojo and Ka Florimon Balmolde. Belated happy birthday po. And to Ka Frankel po Kayabyab, and to our resident minister, Ka Marco Arnel Tumanan po. And to all the brethren in Haiphong, Karen, Ka Jerome, and Kanya family, and Hanoi brethren po. Hello po. And we have come to the conclusion of our program today, but we will see you all again on Saturday here on INCRadio Southeast Asia, where we keep you inspired with cheerful
hearts.
Hearts.
Thank you, fam.
Thank you.
Come with me.
From fashion that mixes chic with warmth to yummy delights that tantalize the senses, join us for an exclusive dive into winter in Australia. Discover the thrill of wintry indoor and outdoor experiences. Grab your hot chocolate and join us this Sunday on INC Radio Australia.